So McCain is on the warpath against the health care bill. He's going to go on television, and he is going to say in a local news interview about how they're coming, okay? Look at this Winston Churchill-like speech by McCain. Clip number 1.
Not giving up the fight. That is the message that Arizona Senator John McCain is sending this morning regarding the passage of the health care reform bill. And joining us now on the phone is Senator McCain. Senator McCain, what time did you get to bed last night?
Not too late, Tara. That action was over in the House, and it was pretty much of a foregone conclusion that the wishes of the American people were going to be overridden in an unsavory, sausage-making Chicago-style process.
You say you all will fight everywhere. Where do you begin? Where do you start?
Well, we'll begin in this reconciliation, so-called, that's going to come to the Senate in the next couple of days, and then we'll fight in the courts, and then we will fight at the rallies and the tea parties and the town hall meetings, and we will fight at the ballot in the ballot booth, and we will prevail, and we will defeat this because the United States of America and the state of Arizona cannot afford this.
200 Republican amendments in this thing, and I know Nancy Pelosi said this, had bipartisan things contained in it, but obviously you completely disagree.
That's just bizarre to say that. We were never included either here or in the House, and I'm deeply disappointed, by the way, in our Democrat members of Congress who voted for this bill when I know that the overwhelming majority of people in Arizona did not want that. That's not what they were elected to do. But look, we were not involved in this except in the most cosmetic fashion, and I've been there from the beginning. The point is that this is a direct contradiction to the overwhelming majority opinion of American people. It's the first time in history a major change has been made when, with only on a partisan basis, and I can assure you that this will have a harmful effect.
We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight in the cities and on the hills, but we shall never surrender. Yeah, all right, I got it, John. Okay, yeah, I know. You're Winston Churchill fighting against people. You know what one of the things the bill does? You know I don't love the bill, right? But one of the things it does is saying your kids cannot be denied health care coverage because they have a pre-existing condition. That's the great thing that you're fighting against, the great evil that you're fighting against, like Churchill fought against the Nazis. I shall make sure that your kids suffer with no insurance and no way to pay for it. I shall fight for the insurance companies, I shall fight for the large hospitals, and I shall fight for the drug companies. Very inspiring, John. And how soft was that anchor? I mean, the Democrats say that you've introduced, and they accepted 200 Republican amendments. Oh, but that's ridiculous, right? I mean, come on, that's really ridiculous, right? You totally disagree, right? You want to throw it up any softer than that? How about you ask him the same question in a different way? They accepted 200 Republican amendments. You don't disagree with that, right, Senator McCain? No, of course not. They did. So what would have gotten your vote? 201 Republican amendments? What would it have taken for you to vote for this thing? And then, of course, McCain does at the end what they always do, which is, oh, this was too partisan. Well, if none of you vote for it under any conditions, no matter how many concessions you get, how can you blame Obama for the partisanship? I might not love the bill, but on who was more partisan, it's not even close. It's not within a country mile. The Democrats did everything they could to give more and more and more to the Republicans. In fact, I saw an analysis of it today, comparing this to the Republican version of health care reform introduced by John Chafee during the Clinton years, back in 93, 94. And the current Democratic version is nearly identical to it. It's at least 80% the same. There's a minor couple of things where they wouldn't have expanded Medicaid as much. Wow. Okay? They got rid of pre-existing conditions, et cetera, and you go down the list, 8 out of 10 things match up. Because the Republican Party has gone so far to the right that their earlier proposals from just 15 years ago, they say is a socialist takeover of the country. It's absurd. The only thing funnier was John McCain's initial enthusiasm about sausage making. He's like, oh, it was a sausage-making process. Okay, John, bring it down.